Eurovision may be over for another year, but there is still loads to talk about. Let's do a deep dive into some of those shock results. But before we begin, if you're new here, please subscribe. I make videos about all things Eurovision that you'll love. And you can also support my work over at patreon.com/MrSir2. So yes, indeed, I've already reacted to a top 5 of this year's contest, but what about those lower down the leagues? Let's start with our non-qualifiers, who this year were decided purely by the public vote.
We will now reveal the 10 countries from this semi-final who are going through.
Of all the acts that didn't make it through, I'm most surprised by Iceland. I absolutely loved all of the Nordic entries this year, and after Sisters qualification last time, I was really crossing my fingers that Delia would be heading to the Saturday night too. And I'm also kind of surprised that both Romania and San Marino got that dreaded nil point. Admittedly, both of those songs were always gonna struggle to qualify, but to get absolutely nothing, that kind of stings. As for the final, I think as with every year of late, some of these results really shocked me. First and foremost, our girl May Muller. She came second last. Instead I wrote a song about how you did me wrong. I could have cried at home and spent the night alone. Instead I wrote a song. She performed last on the night, and that can always go one of two ways. Either they've saved the best till last, or all the voters at home already have their favourite. Add to that people just don't want to vote for the home nation 2 years in a row, and this was always going to be a bit of a hard sell. Into my eyes, she's feeling good, she feels alive. I choose how to live my life, I took the wrongs and made it right. Ignoring the score, though, that performance was leagues ahead of anything we've sent pre-Sam Ryder. Sure, May's vocals maybe weren't the absolute best, but she put on the performance of her life. I really think she could be proud of what she did. And what about my personal number 1 this year? Blanca Paloma for Spain. The public really did her dirty, didn't they? I get this was always going to be a bit of a hard sell. Us fans who have listened to the song for months and understand the meaning and can see the artistry absolutely adore it. But to those Saturday night only viewers, AR can kind of come across as 3 minutes of noise. And then there's Austria too. They were in my top 5 as well, and I really think they deserve better than 15th. I think mainly it boils down to the fact that they performed first. Much like performing last, being first out of the gate is always a massive challenge. You've really got to stick in people's heads. They did, however, come second in their semi. Become that final, and the public ranked them 22nd. I think it's the same with a lot of these lower scoring acts. The likes of Karia, Loreen and Alessandra just scored so many points that a lot of these songs were kind of left by the wayside. To be funny. And as for those that I'm surprised did do so well, one of them has to be Australia. I'm here tonight.
Promise me you'll hold me till I die. I'm by your side.
When the studio cut came out, I enjoyed it, but it wasn't really one I went back to. But come Liverpool, they gave Promise a whole new lease of life. They are such great showmen, and it just looked like they were having the time of their lives. I'm all about Croatia too. Never for 1 second did I expect Europe to get behind a song and a band as wacky as this. I thought it would just be a little bit too weird for your general audience. So to see them qualify from their semi and then get 8th place in the final, that was just incredible. Oh, and Belgium too. It was just so lovely to see Gustav and his troupe up on that stage being truly, authentically themselves.
And when the world got me going crazy, I carry on, 'cause I know I'm strong. When the world got me going crazy.
And it's what the song is all about. Because of You has become a bit of a queer anthem. And it is an absolute earworm to boot. It is a proper retro 1990s throwback dance banger.
See, I carry on because of you.
And of course, there were a couple acts that I wasn't so keen on too. One of them being Switzerland. They kind of just gave us the same entry they always do.
I don't wanna be a soldier. I don't wanna have to play with real blood. We're playing now. Can't turn around, no water guns.
And it wasn't that it was a bad performance, far from it. Ramo is an incredible singer. But it's just starting to feel a little bit cookie cutter from Switzerland by now. And Poland too. Solo was just all over the place.
Baby, it's kinda crazy. How else to phrase it? With you I lost my senses, baby.
Admittedly, Blanca did really embrace the contest. You could tell she was loving it. But it just felt a bit by the numbers too. Add to that and her vocal wasn't the strongest, and they once again went way too over the top with all the Windows Movie Maker effects. And it just was not for me. And honestly, I could go on and on. There is so much to talk about with this year's shows. But I shall leave it there and ask you, humble viewer, who was your biggest shock of this year's Eurovision? Which artist do you think deserved to place better? Which one do you think might have scored a little bit too high? Let me know down below in the comments. And please like and subscribe for more. We're now officially in the off season, but I've got loads of videos planned to keep you company until Junior rolls around in November. So make sure you stick around for what's to come. And to keep watching, click the links on screen now.